I'm starting this podcast with Chris Watts because there's been a lot of hysteria around Chris Watts lately, um, particularly because of the Netflix documentary that's recently come out. And I've watched it and I'm going to tell you my opinion on it. And I'm also going to tell you my opinion on the reason why he has absolutely zero chance of any appeal. He can try to appeal all he likes, he will never get one because he's forgone his rights of an appeal because he didn't want a trial. He waived a trial. So that therefore he has no chance to appeal. And next thing I'm going to talk about is Donald Trump's diagnosis of COVID. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the debate that we recently had. So first thing, Chris Watts. So I did watch the Netflix documentary. I have to say it didn't reveal anything that I don't already know. It didn't really reveal anything new to me. I didn't get any new insight, and it also didn't deal with a lot of situations and circumstances surrounding the case. So basically, it was almost like Nicole Kessinger didn't really exist. They talked a little bit about her, but there was not much on Nicole Kessinger, and they didn't talk about the financial issues in the marriage, which I think, as well as Nicole Kessinger, was another motive for the murders. But I thought that it was done very well. Shanann finally has a voice, and I really enjoyed watching the wedding footage. That was what I really watched it for, the wedding footage. It's very, very clear that her parents really liked him. They really liked Chris Watts. They were very emotional, almost to the point of tears, at the wedding. They just looked really, really happy that she'd found someone that they thought were going to take care of her, that they thought was a nice guy. And boy, how wrong they were. I mean, it's just very clear looking at both Frankie, the mother, the father, that they all thought that Chris Watts was a fantastic guy. Little did they know that their daughter married a sociopath and he was wearing a mask. The other thing I want to talk about is this recent hysteria about, him getting an appeal, this alleged phone call where he's talking to someone saying he wants to get out of here. People are speculating as to whether it's really him. I believe it is him because even though he sounds quite different, I can tell that it's him by his lack of emotion, lack of compassion, his flat affect. And his sense of entitlement. It's always about him. I'm sure that Shanann and the girls wish they could get out of their graves. Chris Watts isn't going anywhere. He has no chance for an appeal. So anyone online who's stringing you on, taking you on a distorted ride, trying to show you that he's going to get an appeal, trying to prove to you that he can appeal, it's all bollocks. He's not going anywhere. His rights weren't taken away. I've looked at the interrogation footage many times. He was given pizza. He was given something to drink. There was manipulation tactics used on him for sure, but he was also manipulating them. He thought that he would get away with his lies, and he didn't because he flunked the lie detector test. And, he tried to bob and weave. And the fact of the matter is that Chris Watts got outsmarted. And mark my words, and I don't usually say this, next year will come, the year after that will come, Chris Watts will remain in prison. Nothing will change in terms of his incarceration unless he dies. He's never getting out. There's no chance. He has 0% chance of getting an appeal. So anyone who's trying to tell you different, they're just trying to take you on a distorted ride that will end up going nowhere. A lot of people say that this is great because then he will give up the other accomplices. Chris Watts is a pathological liar. Remember, he tried to implicate Shanann. He tried to say that Shanann killed the children, which turned out to be bogus. Well, unless he has proof that other people were involved, there's no chance of anyone being arrested. And as a matter of fact, a detective has come out and said that the case is closed. So, you can look at, people saying, that, the case is going to be reopened and that he's going to appeal and that, he's got a chance. But you're just going to be taken on a distorted ride. And what you're going to find is next year, the year after, nothing will change unless he actually dies. He has zero chance of ever getting out of prison. Zero. So the next thing I want to talk about is Donald Trump. Oh boy. So a few hours after the news came out that he had contracted COVID, that he was diagnosed with COVID, him and Melania, people started with the conspiracy theories about how it was probably all a lie, all a hoax, so he can get out of another debate. I thought the debate with him and Biden was extremely entertaining, but horrific. Absolutely horrific. Two angry men with huge egos trying to outdo each other, trying to outsmart each other, trying to one up on each other. It was a complete shambles. That was not a debate. That was more like a boxing match. I was really, really anticipating the moment that one of them was going to have a scrap with the other. Having a scrap means getting into a fight. I mean, it was a fight. It was a verbal fight. It was a verbal altercation. It was just full of insults. I don't think any of them won, really. But if one of them did win, it was probably Biden. I don't think that it was a debate. I think it was a slagging off match where two people just went at each other, got into it, and it was just very, very immature. Two men of that age should not be at each other like that. But it was very entertaining. I mean, it was very entertaining, and it was trending the day after. So now he's contracted COVID. I think Donald Trump needs to start taking this virus a lot more seriously. Didn't take it seriously, said that the virus was going to go away by April, didn't wear masks enough. You see Biden walking around wearing masks. Now, Biden can also catch it. I mean, he could have easily caught it. If Donald Trump has it, they were in a debate together, he could have easily caught it. So I'm not going to say that Biden is exempt from catching it. Anyone can catch it. But I think Donald Trump's handling of the virus, not taking it seriously, not taking full precautions, has caused all of this, has caused so many people to die, and has caused him his own health. If the narrative is true that he did contract it, like I said, lots of people saying that this is a hoax so that he can get out of future debates. Who knows? Who knows what the real story is? But I don't think that Donald Trump's handling of the virus was very good. I don't think it was mature. I think he should have reacted sooner. And I don't dislike Donald Trump. I just want to make that clear. I don't dislike him. But I do dislike his handling of the virus, not taking it seriously, pushing it aside. And, if it's true that he has contracted this virus, then karma came to get him. It's karma. And I just hope that he will start taking it a lot more seriously now. I have no idea what's gonna be the outcome of all of this. I don't know who's going to win. I don't know who, I have no idea who's going to be president in January. I'm not going to make any predictions because so many things can happen and so many things can change between now and then. But the debate was very, very shameful. This is not the kind of example that America should be setting for itself or anywhere else. Debates should be mature. They should be cohesive. The other person should let the other one speak. They should be setting out their plans and, hopes and desires for the future, how they're going to move the country forward, not belittling each other and slagging each other off and insulting each other. That's not a proper debate. But like I said, it was very, very entertaining to watch. So hopefully Donald Trump will now start taking this virus seriously, because I think he's been terrible in the way he's handled it. Absolutely awful. And telling people to inject bleach and all that kind of stuff, just very, very irresponsible. But yes, I have no idea who's going to be the victor. I have no idea who's going to win. And I'm not going to make any predictions because so many things can change between now and November. So that's all I've got to say. Not a good debate, not a worthy debate, but very entertaining. And I hope he recovers, and I hope his wife recovers.